here we have a B Max EF9 Honda Civic 124th scale model. I have a hatchback Civic right behind me. I have a K969 drift chassis, brand new. We're gonna try to pair this Honda Civic model body with this drift chassis. So the test fit is pretty good. I don't want to cut too much because less is more. I can always cut more off. I can't put more on. So what I'm gonna do is put on the front bumper and the rear bumper, because if I don't fit those, then I won't know the actual full turning radius. I know I'm gonna need to clear out probably the front and rear a little bit. So I need crazy glue. I don't have crazy glue at the moment. I don't feel like going out to the store to get some, but I do have some Loctite spray adhesive, which is probably damn near the same thing, if not better. So I am going to spray a little bit in the cap. I have a tiny paintbrush right here with this cap, and I'll apply it just so I can glue at least the front and rear bumper on. I'll stop by and get some crazy glue a little later on during the week. Then you gotta trim off these little tabs. There's tabs on the end, so I'm gonna trim those. I'm gonna have to put the hood on also, just so that I can get the proper height. Beautiful fit. All right, so far so good. I get a real world idea at how much more I need to trim. So I mounted the front with the pins. Since the back doesn't reach because it's a hatchback, I'm thinking about mounting it to the rear windshield. Now in order to make that happen, I'm gonna need to use this lighter right here, and I am going to heat these and just bring them back so that I can pin it to the rear windshield. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm talking about. Just got back from the auto body shop. I'm gonna show you how much I spent and how I saved myself 30 bucks. I spent a total of $55.80 on paint supplies, a total of 3 items. Item 1 was a clear can of aerosol paint. That came up to $27.76. That's this stuff right here. Item 2 is a custom filled aerosol can that came up to $15.38. Now that's where I save myself 30 bucks because they charge you $15.38 for the can by itself, an empty can, and they will refill it with their paint. It would have been 30 extra bucks if I needed them to mix my color code. However, I still had a spare gallon, probably like a quarter way filled, that I saved for the last couple years after I painted the car. I saved it in case I needed touch up. Well, I never use it, so I still had a bunch of it. So I let them know, can y'all fill that with my paint? They said, sure. That's how I saved 30 bucks. They didn't charge me 30 extra dollars because they didn't have to mix their paint. They used my paint. So I only paid for the can. And then the third item was light gray primer, which came up to $9.50. That's this can right here. So everything with tax would have been probably $85.80, but since I saved the 30 bucks, came up to $55.80. So that's pretty good. And the good thing is these are all reusable. Now I even have an aerosol can if I need to do any touch-ups to this in the future. Even though I do have the gun and I have the compressor and I can do an actual real touch-up. Once that project is done, we got this bad boy waiting for us right here. Yeah, that came in yesterday. All the way from Hiroshima, Japan, baby. Honda CR-V RD1 1995. I used to actually have one of these in real life. I used to do tours in it. Mine had the little mirror and everything on it, straight from Japan. Yeah, people used to be like, Tune, what kind of car are you driving? Why is there a mirror on your hood? It's not on the hood, bro. It's actually on the fender. But we got it, yo. This is sick. I can't wait to build this one. Yeah, and this is just 2 of many that are to come. I'm gonna make it an oath to myself to just build Hondas. So what I'm doing right now is I'm sanding the wheel wells. I'm just trying to clean them up a little bit. I have a small piece of 400 grit sandpaper. I'm gonna try to smoothen them out a bit before I apply primer.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Over here, I just painted the wing black just to match my wing. Check it out. It's gonna be a semi-flat black. Time to add the clear coat. About to hit it with a second coat.
I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see.
It's the day after the paint job, and check it out. I just put the chassis on it just to see how it fits, and it fits fairly well. It looks good too. It came out pretty solid, man. It's the same color. It looks beautiful. So it's the next day. I allowed it to dry thoroughly. It's dried to the touch. We got the mirrors in black. We gotta pop those out, install the mirrors. I'm gonna install the light baskets, the rear light basket and the front light basket, because it doesn't have any headlights or tail lights. So we'll install those. I'm also gonna install the windows. Might as well lock those in. But if I put it up to the chassis, just as a mock setup, check it out. Whoa, that John looks neat, bro. It looks neat. My car don't have white rims. That's another dilemma that I'm gonna run into. My car doesn't have white rims. This style right here isn't even remarkably close to what I got. I tried looking for rims similar to what I got on my car. Unfortunately, they don't have them. They have something close, so I'm probably gonna have to settle for something close. And the only downside is the rims take damn near a month to arrive, anywhere from 2-3 weeks to a month to arrive. So if I don't order them now, I'm not gonna have rims till like October, to the end of September. First thing up is the wing. I hate working with crazy glue because crazy glue gets messy. And then if it gets on your fingers, it stays on your fingers for a couple days. And I don't like that. Alright, so I got the wing on. Check it out. The wing gives it that black accent that I got going on. I like the way the black complements the bikini pearl, hence why I got a lot of black accent on my car. And then back then, when the cars came out in the 80s, black accent was a thing. So if you look at a lot of the 80s cars, the moldings and everything were black. And I like that look. For some reason, like, I can appreciate that look. I gotta make sure this has all the black accent. The moldings are supposed to be black. The side skirts, they're supposed to be black. The front bumper, the trim is supposed to be black. The top of the front bumper is supposed to be black. So I got a lot of accenting to do. Even my door handles are black. So if I want to be realistic with it, those door handles you see right there, you see those little tiny door handles? I gotta paint those black. My side trim right here, you see this panel right here? Mines are black. So I gotta paint that black. Here's the mirrors right here. I'll cut them off. Luckily, they're already black, so I don't have to paint them black. Okay, so there's a slot where it fits right in. Oops, I dropped it. Oops, I dropped it twice. No, I dropped it on the floor and it's so tiny. Oh man, this thing is so tiny, guys. Look at it. All right, I have it. Check it out. Let me show you guys what it looks like mocked up. You see the mock-up? Now, those aren't my exact mirrors. Those look like spoon mirrors for racing. And I'm not a racer, but it's cool. Mirrors are mirrors for right now. Both mirrors are installed. The wing is installed. Now I'm going to install the light baskets. So inside this little kit, we got both light baskets. Those are the rear tail lights. These are the front headlights. And then over here, those are actually supposed to be the mirrors for the inside of the mirrors. So I'm gonna have to glue those in too if I want to use them. Why not? I got them. They're just so tiny, I'm gonna have to get some tweezers. Status update. So far I started painting the headlights. I did the amber corner lights. I did the amber turn signals. We began working on the tail lights with a little bit of amber. As far as the car goes, we have the headlight baskets installed. So now you can see that silvery aluminum that looks like it's inside the headlight bay. I have to wait until the headlights cure so I can put the glass covers on it. But we have the baskets in. Same thing with the tail. In the tail, we have the baskets in. Once the rear amber cures, then I have to apply a little bit of red. Because if you take a look at my lights here, you have a little bit of amber right here, then you got some red, and you got some red, and then you got the reverse, which is clear. To paint the amber, what I did was I used some of this leftover paint. This is a completely empty can, but I was able to salvage a little bit of paint, and with a paintbrush, I was able to touch everything up. So that's cool. I need red. This red is also empty, but I'm hoping to salvage a little bit just so I can finish my red accent. Next, we're gonna remove the windows. I'm gonna install the windshield, the rear windshield, and the side windows. Now, make note that the passenger window, I'm gonna cut it out because the power button to the chassis is on the passenger side. So if I cut it out, whenever I need to turn it on, I don't need to remove the body. I can just put my finger in the passenger window. So I have the taillights on, check it out. I have the windows on. I have the headlights on. I painted a little amber right here, the turn signal that I have on my fenders. I still gotta do the little fog lights on the rear. Still gotta add like a little wing right here, the mid wing. I'm working on the roof rack right now. I'm making a roof rack with the extra plastic that came with it. I cut these, I shortened them. I'm gonna create the basket. I have some little legs right here. I'm gonna have the roof rack made. Then I'm gonna paint the whole thing black. Cause I do have a roof rack on mine behind me. Now it's time to do the final touches. The car is looking pretty good thus far. I have everything glued on. I already test drove it. It runs superb. I even threw on the SI wheels. These are the Honda OEM SI wheels. I had these already sitting around from my other RC cars. And even though I don't got SIs on it right now, I did have SIs on it in the past. I still got my SI rims. They're on the Accord in the other garage right now. But if I wanted to, I could throw them on these same exact rims. But I'm not. Just gonna put them on it because I felt like it looked better than these white rims. These white rims are like, it's like no names. Even though they look similar? It's definitely not. So we got SIs on it right now. Headlights are on. Looking pretty, guys. It's looking pretty, yo. It's psychedelic looking at that right there. And then turning over here and looking at a mini version. Yo, that's trippy. But not as trippy as looking at the mini version of the mini version of the real version. I made this key a couple years ago, guys. This is my key for the ignition. I should probably touch this up too since I got touch-up paint. I done dropped this key several times. Look at, oops. I did it again. That's dope though, right? Look at 1/64 scale, 1/28 scale, and 1/1 scale. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a black Sharpie marker and I'm gonna line up all of the accent that needs to be black, just as a reference point. Two different types of black paint. I have one that's RC paint and another that's model paint. I'm probably gonna try the model paint because I know this is newer. I got this a couple years ago. This is probably over a decade old. I don't want to risk it with this. Tell me you're getting old without telling me you're getting old. Can't see, bro. So tiny. It's looking good, man. Check it out. Ooh. The black accent really brought it out, guys. It's still curing, but you can see it got the black lips. Ooh, it got the black side moldings. The black accent on the rear bumper. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it brought it to life, bro. And I threw the little speaker up top, the little dumper. The only thing that's gonna be super hard to do, man, is that pinstripe. You see that red pinstripe that I got going across? That's gonna be hard because it's such a fine line, and I was already having trouble trying to do the molding. And I gotta do it straight across the front bumper, because if you look over here, I got it going across the whole front bumper, bro. So like, that's gonna be probably the most difficult part. But all in all, man, I am pleased, beyond pleased. I still gotta add some more accents. I'm letting it cure. I don't wanna keep working with it while it's still wet. But sheesh. Y'all know I can't leave y'all hanging without letting y'all see what it looks like with the rear wing, the rear tags. Y'all see my little ghetto 8888? I couldn't put the Chung Bang Asian stuff on it because I ain't had no space and it was mad hard. It was hard doing that, bro. And my little front license plate look hoopty. Yo, I need a new front license plate. I think I gotta redo that one. I'll put the ED6. But yeah, it look raggedy. It look ratchet, but it's cool, man. I'm not gonna let y'all go without seeing this run. Let's give it a test drive on the track, man. And disclaimer, there will be no drifting because I got rubber tires on it. And since there's rubber tires on it, it's gonna have maximum grippage. So it's gonna be a little zippy, but it's cool.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
This thing zooms though, y'all. It zoom. Yeah. Zoom. Yeah. Instead of Mazda, that should have been the Honda slogan. Yeah, guys, so I wasn't gonna let y'all go without at least getting a final comparison. Look at that's the front end versus this front end. We're still missing the pinstripe. We still need to fix that front license plate, but it's cool. We got the little hood bra and all that stuff going on. We got the roof rack going on. The wheels, they're acceptable. We got the turn signals going on. We got the rear fog lights going on. We even got the side fog lights over there. Little fake mockery joints I put up there. Overall, man, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's still a toy, but it's cool to have a matching toy to my life-size toy. So I can appreciate it. I hope you guys could too, man. Now, because of the tedious nature it took to document this process, that CRV, I'm probably not gonna document it as detailed. I might take some photos. I might do a periodic update from time to time. But more than likely, y'all just gonna see that CRV when it's done. But check it out, I got my wall of Honda model boxes. The CRV will be up there soon. And then I plan to have several more Honda models on the way, from EG, EK, Prelude. I'm talking about many, many more. Honda Accord Wagon. Oh my gosh, I got some ideas. Honda Del Sol. It's gonna be fun, guys. Smash that thumbs up button and holla at your boy Toonie.